Hey, you guys, Zim here, back for another Coach's Corner, as Kevin has named it. I think it sticks for me.
Sorry,
With
did I
me,
name this? Did I name this Coach's Corner?
you're the one who said our little Coach's Corner, or whatever you want to call it, and I thought that's a pretty good name.
All right. Well, theoretically, we've stolen that from Don Cherry, but that's okay.
Well, I think Don Cherry may have been only one of many many Coach's Corners on
True. True.
being broadcast around the world from different sports. So I feel pretty safe stealing it. I think we're all right. Well, maybe we can tweak it next week. We'll see if we can up it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes, I
And
think
I'm Peter.
I think we can do better than Hot Seaman. Nobody,
I'm leaving that one alone for now.
nobody, nobody. The rest of development comebacks.
Well, there's lots. I mean, I like hot sailors. Dale. What
Huh?
are you waiting for?
Yes, I guess so. Okay, so we don't have. I guess I haven't introduced you guys. We don't have our mainstay Captain Ron with us today. He's working, and we want to get this done early enough to confirm the week and
And
have tonight available for people. But
So it was brought up. He's actually probably working on some hot sailors.
he could be. He could be, but he has sent me pics, so he is not being left out of the of our weekly little competition, which I can't wait to. I really have no idea how he did this week. I know I didn't do well, but I guess we'll find out. Peter has all the records, right?
I do. I
Okay,
haven't tallied them, but I do have our last week of info.
and actually, I guess also I have mentioned that Ron won't be here today, but with us, we've already been talking. I didn't introduce him formally, but Peter Graz, Spartan XP, is here with us as always. And back with us after our last big show is Kevin Alphador.
Happy to be here. It's these are fun.
Well, it's it's
I'm
fun.
gonna let
It's
the
fun
old
to
man show you. Sorry, go ahead.
no. I was just gonna say it is fun to talk Blood Bowl.
I was gonna say I'm gonna do my old man moment. Should somebody be streaming something I could see at this moment, or
Um, Not yet, but I will put that up so that yeah, it makes
that is you
it
have
does make perfect sense, and I think Peter will do that too. This way, we can all be talking about the same thing at the same time
and this is
because
awesome
because of technology.
because of technology.
All right, but I'm up with our with the week's schedule from last week's schedule with all our scores. So why don't we run through those quickly? Not much to say about the first game. It was our AI team Leather Pharaohs against the Delivery Boys.
I think the only
Huge
comment
upset.
Of note, I think the only comment of note is that they fell short of many touchdown predictions. That would be it.
I guess. Well, what was the prediction on that one? I think I can safely.
We all called them to win. I think we all.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of us were under 4 touchdowns. I think some of us went as high as 5 or 6, but I don't remember.
Yeah, Ron and you, Dale, said 4.
Okay, I was going to say 4-0 sounds like a
I
reasonable.
said 5 because Skaven can do that against AI.
Yeah,
And Kevin,
especially
he said 3.
especially AI that
I
can't.
say 3. Wow, I'm on.
So
Apparently.
Kevin got it. Wow. I was going to say, especially against a team that cannot pick up the ball or do anything with it, as Peter and I found out in our Kemry versus Kemry spin game we did a few weeks ago.
That was the worst game of Blood Bowl ever played.
It was awesome.
My understanding is the Leatherfair had a chance to take a touchdown in unmolested on the last play of the game,
And then-
it ended its turn.
I think he said they could have, if with one go for it, they could have had the touchdown. Instead, they just stood there.
Thus
So-
proving the theory that the AI is awful at Blood Bowl.
The eye is terrible. It has. I think the idea, what it does is it has one plan in mind, and then if there's any kind of alteration where they have to adjust, they just can't do it. So if the guy that wasn't supposed to be holding the ball is coming close to the end zone, he doesn't know what to do with it. And sometimes I've had games where they could have made it without a go for it, and they still just stood there.
Fair enough. So like the tic-tac-toe war game scenario, ultimately.
That's right. That's right. So let's jump on to one you and I can speak to.
Yes.
We
I'm
had
listening.
the dreaded Lurg versus the Enchanted Florists.
A game you should have won.
I should have barely won, but as it seems to have gone with the well, I should say with all members of my family this week, because we had a little upsetting ending to the game yesterday too, with Nick playing. But we'll get to that later. But yeah, you had a little upset at the end. And
Yes.
why don't you break it down for us? It was your achievement. Go ahead.
I don't know if it's an achievement.
It's an
Just
achievement. I can't do it.
who knew that an agility one rodder could not only pick up a ball in a tackle zone, but then proceed to complete a pass to a Chaos Warrior at agility 2, who then took it into the
And
end zone.
let me just specify here that it was a long pass.
Oh, it was just unbelievable that happened.
I think a Rodder making a pass to a Chaos Warrior is 2 6+ rolls, no matter
It was
what
actually
distance
it was a
is.
6+ and a 5+ actually.
I will once point out again a 1 agility rodder.
Oh.
He is the one that's down to 1 agility due to an injury.
My bad. The catching is, I think.
And Kevin
6
went
more
into it with 1 reroll, and he did not have to use it. He just
Nope.
made the rolls and ran that
Did
guy
all the
in and
rolls and
tied it up on turn 16.
yeah, it was kind of a highlight, really.
It really was. So that's how. And what were the predictions on that one, Peter?
Well, Ron predicted it would be a 0-0 tie for the Lurg.
Okay.
And the rest of us assumed that the Florists would win by varying amounts.
All
from
right.
2-1 to
Yeah.
0.
I believe my pregame prediction was, "There's no way I beat you. If I can injure enough elves, I'll tie you." Or, as it turns out, make passes with really crappy runners.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it worked out. So congratulations on the point.
To you as well. Sorry that I did that to you.
That's all right. That's what this game is all about. It was a pretty awesome moment, I have to admit. I was into it. And you know what? Nobody got badly hurt, so I was fine with it. Let's go with next. We had the Khazad Doom Patrol against Ansabanor's minions. I did not see this game, but I
Nor
didn't even
did
notice. I didn't even notice the score until a few days ago.
I happened to attend this game.
Yes, so
Tell us about it.
fill us in.
And Dane coached Mark coached a really good game, as did Dane. The Gimli Goose was a one-man wrecking ball of destruction, injuring 4 of Mark's guys.
Okay, well, that sounds like I should, while you're talking about this, I should go and find the Gimli Goose so we can take a look at him.
Yes.
I did take a look at this yesterday. I saw 2 players with 8 SPP gained for
And
Khazad
Dane
Doom.
coached a solid game, and for the first time that I can remember watching a game Dane coached, the dice didn't screw him hard.
Yeah.
Like,
Hence the victory. Okay, there's Gimli Goose. Let's take a look at the guy. There he is. With his nice big claws and his mighty blow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the
yeah.
that is the quintessential wrecking crew right there.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos Dwarf with claws and mighty blow.
Yeah.
What else does
Yeah.
he need?
At this point, really just guard, and then he's done. He never has to level again.
So back to schedule. So
But if he does, oh boy.
Oh boy, yes, exactly.
So yeah, so he gets the 3 points. Doom Patrol moves up the ranks, and we get down to hey, there's another coach, Dirty Mike. You beat the Warpstone Warriors 3-1.
I did.
Tell Peter, because I did not get to see this one. So
I don't remember the game very well, but let me tell you, I do know that there was some absolute nonsense that led to me stealing the ball from him near the end of the game and running it in myself to make it a 3-1 victory.
Wait,
rather
are
than
you
a
saying
2-2 tie.
okay? When you say running myself, I imagine that your proxy is Dirty Mike. So was it Dirty Mike who ran it in?
Dirty Mike has never touched the ball. He doesn't know what that is.
Well, no, I want that to happen sometime.
I do too.
I think we all
One
do.
day, my opponent will kick the ball out, and I will be able to place it directly in his hands.
Yes. Oh, before we move on, we mentioned the Doom Patrol and the minions, but we didn't go over our predictions for that one. Peter, do you have that?
Oh, you're right. Well, you and Ron both estimated a 2-1 victory for Ensabanur,
Okay. Yes. It was,
whereas Kevin and I both thought that Khazad Doom would win by 1 touchdown.
nicely done, you guys.
However, yeah, we were both wrong on that front, but we got the team right.
Still, yeah. And then what about Warpstone and you? How did those predictions go?
All four of us just said Dirty Mike, but no one had any idea how the game would go.
Okay.
I should mention the two caveats in the Lurg versus Florist game. Kevin did mention if 3 Wood Elves or more are injured, Lurg will win, which he said already. But Ron, who is not here to... Yeah, win, tie, yeah. But Ron cannot speak for himself and was not able to say that his caveat was that Nick is a coward and of low character.
Yeah, he's been going on about that lately.
Yes.
And there'll be more.
And he will continue to.
There will be more of that coming today
yes.
because I do have again some things I need to pass on.
That horse is dead on the ground. It spends as much time on the ground as Cartouche.
And it's and it's starting to smell even worse.
Yeah.
Which is impressive because, as far as the Blood Bowl, the league, it's only been 2 weeks, and there have been 2 of these things. But
all right, so let's move on, and we had the game that played yesterday that we were all present for, and that was
the most attended game in MGoBB history.
I think it was
the most watched game in the history of our league.
I think we were missing 3 coaches.
Yep, 8 players in the lobby watching.
Yeah, who wasn't there? Stonegazer wasn't there. James Warpstone was not there.
Mark popped in and out.
And
so
Dane
Mark
was
did
not
pop
there.
in.
Dane
was not there. There we go. So yeah, that game. So not much to. But for those 3 who weren't there, it was a 1-0 win for the Metal Gods. The Goats were expected to tie it in the second half, but
it was a miracle, kind of a miracle stoppage.
A miracle, disgusting steal of the tie game.
Yeah.
And the highlight of that game for me was Miles does that. His blitzer, I believe it's Vivian Campbell, if I've got the name right, his horrifying piling on blitzer.
Yeah.
Completes it, knocks the ball, recovers it, and then chooses to pile on, which I'm told
That's
is a
right.
mistake. Miles claims it was a mistake. I don't know that I believe him.
It doesn't matter if it was a mistake.
No, he didn't say it was a mistake. He said he didn't realize the guy was holding the ball.
Well, that's what I meant. He claims that. Yeah. I don't know if that's true.
Regardless, the fact that he piles on after getting the ball in his hands is spectacular.
Let's take a look at the good Mr. Campbell here. Here he is.
Yep.
He's got the mighty blow and the piling on. Just has to get those claws next.
Yeah, well, he can't. He is an orc.
He does. Oh, he has no access to. That's right, no access to claws at all.
But he has tackle and jump up.
Yeah.
So when he doubled in the jump up, he's a missile that lies on the ground.
And the jump up was what allowed him to prevent the tie.
Pull that off.
Because he was able to jump up and take down that ball carrier on the last turn.
After making a 50 and a 4+ and a 3+ dodge.
He also had to make a point in Miles did he burned the reroll to free him. Nick had put tackle zones in the way to make it almost impossible, but Miles did a really good block, got the reroll to push him off and allow that shenanigan to happen with only those 2 rolls needed.
And then he got the 1 die into the POW, into the very sad.
It all worked out for him. It
was glorious, really.
It all did work out. And then our last, what were the predictions on that one? I think I called the Goats on that one.
Actually, I think our most varied predictions of the week. Ron, as you might expect, said Metal Gods would win 3-0.
Okay.
No caveat there, but I'm sure the caveat from earlier had something to do with his prediction. You said the Goats would win, but Cartouche would be on the field for the entire game, so you were wrong on both counts because he was up.
I thought he was due.
And I called it for the Goats, and Kevin called it 2-2 tie.
All right.
Which is a pretty high-scoring game for both of those teams, if you ask me. But
well, with the high-flying antics of the gods, who knows?
Yeah, I thought it would happen with the high-flying antics of the gods.
I gotta say, I don't think any Metal Gods game will ever go above 1-1.
Well, we'll see. Well, if he does that major turtle scrum box caging that he does.
Here's the thing: it works for him.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
why would he ever stop?
But I'm saying that thing is meant to score 1 goal.
I will also point out that game gave us the line of the first half.
It did, and that was from Blair, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And I believe it was a line of very firm boys.
That's right.
That's how we described the Metal God's Black Orc wall of meat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's all that.
Firm,
It's all.
strong meat.
It's all that guard. It's all that guard.
It's four guys with block. 3 of them have. Oh, sorry, all 4 have guard. 3 of them have block, and it's a nightmare moving them.
It's almost impenetrable. Yeah. All right, so we've got the prediction on that one. Last game of the week to talk about. Legend of Quango defeated by the Honey Boys.
Yes.
Helmed by
Rightfully
Captain
so.
Ron. Yeah.
His luck has finally run out.
Once. One game.
His luck has finally run out once.
Yeah, let's not call a pattern to this until it happens a few more times. But
his luck went somewhere else, but I'm told I'm going to have a lead-in for that shortly. So
that's true. That's right. Well, let's. I was told by Ron to make sure and give a big shout out to Electric Dane and to ask Kevin about it because Kevin was there and saw what Electric Dane did. So Kevin, go ahead.
To set up the Electric Dane bit, Ron suffered a kickoff result where 4 of his guys ended up on the field, and there was an open ball with really quick skinks going down to get it. Electric Dane managed to, I can't remember if he blocked and recovered or just recovered it, but he managed to. Rob swarmed him and could not get him down with a POW. And using sidestep, Rob's team, Electric Dane, managed to surf 5 squares up the field on the blocks.
All right, and there he is.
Before he broke it free and took the ball to the house for the 2-1 victory. It was a tie game at that point.
And there he is. So
Excellent.
definitely star of the game.
Yeah, absolutely the star of the game.
And what were our predictions for that one?
Well, we Ron and you both said the Honey Boys would win. Ron said 2-1. Impressive.
Nice.
You said 3-1.
Okay.
Kevin said it would be a draw, and I said with the caveat that Ron would win if he induced the star player Yeti,
Which he did,
and he won.
Okay.
And I said Honey Boys would win, but Quango would win if that stupid 5-strength Saurus picked up the ball again.
I guess he didn't then.
Which he didn't.
Not, as it turns out. So we were all technically correct.
We were all correct.
Yes, even despite all our caveats and provisos, apparently
Yes.
we managed to nail that one. Okay, so that's the week review. Should we take a look at Hall of Fame first and then go into the upcoming week?
I'll just say that the totals are
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
in 4th for the correct guesses is you, unfortunately, at 3 correct guesses.
Oh yeah, I've been doing poorly.
Myself and Kevin both got 4, and Ron got 5. Although I will say, I don't think his Metal Gods 3-0 prediction was genuine. Despite being the only one of us that got that game right.
Oh yeah, he was just
I
trying.
think
He's trying to needle the coach of the goats.
I don't know if it counts, but we'll
Well,
consider
you know
that
what?
another day.
We'll give it to him.
He may have put it out there as a mocking of Nick, but on the other hand, he put it out there. It's official pick, and so it counts.
So yeah, that's the thing. We'll look into that another day.
So what do you guys want to do? You want to look at the Hall of Fame first and then do the week, or do you want to do it the other way, the usual way?
Either way, whatever you guys want.
Okay, because I was thinking if we do Hall of Fame now, then we can actually refer to those players when we do our preview.
Yeah.
So let me go back to Hall of Fame, and we want it in. Wow, so many things to go through here. Part 1, and there's Part 2. Okay, here we are. So, most experienced, we can skip. All right, here we go to
2
most
players
violent.
from Dirty Mike in the game, though.
Yep.
Oh, what?
Okay, so we have.
I've been dethroned?
Oh, Dirty Mike is tied for second with the Gimli Goose, who apparently did go on a tear.
Yeah, he did.
Look at there, he's moved himself up into a tie with Dirty Mike for most violent.
I have to remedy this.
And apparently, Redosaurus managed to do some damage in his game against the Honey Boys because he's moved up too. But if we take a look at our top 10, yeah, those are the top 3. And then we have a couple 3s with Taurus Bulba and Squeeze Your Head. So,
good name.
Good for them. Congratulations, boys. Keep it up. Soon you'll be on the pedestal taking the place of these guys. All right, our
Absolutely not.
best receivers. There he is.
It is. It is. It, as I was supposed to. You notice I've known I'm most violent because it's. I'm. As it turns out, proving that Nurgle is a skill team.
And how does he have three pass receptions?
So many things. We discussed this last week. That so many things have gone wrong. That at the end of games, I do ill-advised things. But normally don't work. But it turns out every once in a while.
Apparently,
last week.
if Terrence Cramps is involved, it's not ill-advised.
Is that a sign of some kind of new age Nurgle training technique, or is that the desperation of a coach on his last legs?
Yeah, I guess.
It's a sign of a desperation of a man who knows his team is outmatched in every game and guys up.
All right, I also want to point out much tail sniffer and hits a escape button. They're in a tie with Electric Dane at 2 each. So it's worth pointing out. Electric Dane would have his picture here if they had that in the setup in their interface. So Cyril kills. There's Terrence Cramps.
Again.
There we go. Tie. Three-way tie between.
Three-way tie for one. And the Gimli Goose is on there.
Oh, they're all looking for that second kill to launch them into the stratosphere of murder.
Yeah, I think they all are.
Yeah, that's it.
3 kills.
3 guys, 3 kills. Nobody else has a kill yet. So not much. Oh, were there any more interceptions? No,
I don't know.
There weren't any.
No.
Nobody's intercepted, but
no
apparently,
one's interested in passing.
Apparently, much tail sniffer though gets the nod for trying hard, I guess. All right, then we've got our biggest brute. What?
Oh,
Biggest
well.
brutes is most knockouts.
All right, well those 3 are tied. 3 each for the White Widow.
Widow is likely a product of getting to punch some rotters. That'll do it usually.
Possibly, yeah.
I guess it's important to note that this early in a league, it's largely based on what teams you've been up against rather than the team themselves.
I just, again, the week before I played in Sabanur's Minions, and Los Guapo was on there again for getting the joy of punching some rotters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, again, these 3 leading, they each have 3, so it's more than just one game's worth. But yeah, pretty tight little field here. Like anyone, there could be 3 totally different dudes on that on this little picture next time. So we'll move on to the best throwers, and let's see what we have. Yep, there's first, second, third, clearly defined here. Squeaked one stepped on with how many there? He's got 20. So
well done.
20 yards
Squeaked
of throwing.
one step on.
And Stain. I don't have Birdsong ready to cover it up.
That's
from the
okay.
Lurg there. At second with how many? 18 yards.
Yeah.
And RJD moving down. He didn't have any passes yesterday, so
No.
Slowed
down his progress.
I imagine he will be back higher up on that podium than Shitstain.
All right.
Starting.
Okay, once again, I don't have Birdsong, so let's keep it clean, boys. I don't know. I don't want to put. I don't want.
I apologize for the naming scheme, but I am who I am.
The name is on the screen.
I know. We have our best rushers here, and let's see. Oh, a clear! Oh my God!
Clear number 1.
Pete Fastlegs. Could he? Can anyone topple him from the mountain here?
What happened for this is that Pete Fastlegs was the only gutter runner in that game played this week.
All right. Well.
Against the AI, meaning Pete Fastlegs got all the yards in that game, and there were 3 touchdowns. So
yeah, Pete had the ball a lot.
Yeah, the ball a lot.
As he should. So yeah, then we have Bob Loblin, and Goblin Williams, both from the Doom Patrol. Good for them.
Good work to them.
Yep, good job. And we go on to the best passers. Once again, RJD. I believe he was in number 1 last week, but he has moved down. He's tied with the rest of the field, basically.
Yeah.
And Naughty Nathan and Much Tail Sniffer each have 2. All right, best scorers. There's Pete Fastlegs getting the ball a lot, has paid off.
Mm-hmm.
He is now tied with hits escape button. And then we have a big tie for third with Gigan, Electric Dane, Goblin Williams, and Richie Blackmore. And then we go to most matches. Who cares? There we go. Oh, the poor bastards. The poor punching bags.
This is my favorite stat every week.
Yeah, and now suddenly I have 2 guys on this list. Although, okay, only Super Lemon Haze is champion of this one. Everyone else is tied with a bunch of other guys. So Lemon Haze, so that means he's been knocked out 3 times?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. So a lot of
Knocked out
people
or
have been
worse,
knocked
I
out
believe.
twice, as you can see down the list here. And again, those 2 aren't the last 2 from my team. So
And
there
again,
we
I
go.
take pride in that none of my players on my team are on this list anywhere.
All right, we're back to our schedule. Let's take a quick look at it. Part 2 right there. Okay, taking a look at next week's schedule, and we can wrap this up. So day 3 out of 11. It starts with the Warpstone Warriors against the Leather Pharaohs. I'm going to call this...
Yeah. Is there any reason not to call the Warriors?
I'm going to call this for the Skaven. Since the last Skaven team went 3-0, I'll call it 3-0 too.
Okay, let me.
Sure. I'll follow you on 3-0. That's a sensible prediction.
It is sensible. And of course, let's see. Yep, just checked Ron's pick. Ron, of course, picks the Warriors as well.
Warriors.
Yeah, I think there's not much more to say on that one. Then we get a fun matchup: the Kaza Doom Patrol coming off a big win and a stellar performance from Gimli Goose against the fresh victory of the Metal Gods yesterday. So 2 teams coming off a win. One's going to have to break their streak.
Or it ends in a tie.
Well, either way, win streak has ended then.
Again, you're right.
Yeah. So, man, I don't know what to think about this one.
I'll put it out there.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
Dane's coaching really well.
Mm-hmm.
But he does not have enough muscle up front to deal with the line of very firm boys.
The Metal Gods are very firm boys.
Yes.
That is officially a thing now.
I think we might see a repeat of last week's, or the one we just talked about.
Yeah.
I could see the Metal Gods on like a 1-0 victory, just grinding out a touchdown and just stopping the rest. I mean, Dane's coaching really well. It wouldn't surprise me if Dane, got into a tie in this one, but I'm gonna call the Metal Gods.
Anything happening in this game wouldn't surprise me, but I think I'm picturing a 1-0 victory for the Gods again on this one.
This one's hard.
It is hard.
Because a big weakness that Nichols had in his game was that he was losing players. And dwarves don't usually have that problem as much as goatmen.
True. Well, there are hobgoblins he can pick on, though.
There are, that's true.
To get a numbers game.
Yeah, so basically Dane has to protect those hobgoblins.
Yeah.
If it's coming down to a numbers game, it's going to be how well he can protect the hobgoblins. But I think the most important factor in a matchup between 2 strength teams is when he gets into that scrum position. If you can pop the ball out by getting some nicely lined up pushes, and B, play like an agility team and not line up against them in the next square every turn. Because when you do that, you're letting him punch you the following turn, and then he has free reign to run down the field. You got to play like agility against that formation.
You got to have some guys back blocking the way where they have to be.
So they can't go downfield.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Dane's played that way ever.
No, I don't think he
So
has.
I think it's going to go Metal Gods.
Yeah, I think if Dane can have the patience to work the Gods' cages, I think he could hold back and keep them to a draw or even win. But that's a tough thing to do.
No matter how that game goes, the Metal Gods are scoring.
All right, we'll see.
That's what I think.
We shall see. But I'm calling it 1-0 and
1-1 or 1-0, but I think it's Metal Gods.
all right, let's move on. We got the Lurg versus.
What is Ron's estimation?
Oh, right, Ron. I think he calls it for the gods, and he doesn't have any scores or anything. He just gave me his picks. Yes, he is picking the metal gods.
All right.
So yeah, Dreaded Lurg versus Legend of Quango. Man, how do you think that one's going to go, Kevin? How are you feeling about this one?
Much like going into your game, for the foreseeable future, until some things change, I don't win games. But if I get a couple of lucky bounces, I think I might be able to force them into a scoreless draw. And Rob's going to listen to this. I shouldn't give it away, but I don't know if he's ready for what if I can get the Beast of Nurgle tying up his skinks, then I'm in a good spot.
Yeah.
For forcing the draw.
He does not have any ball handling skills on his skinks, so that will hurt them a lot.
Yeah, it's going to make it a little tougher for them for sure.
I don't gotta hit him. I just gotta stand beside
Well,
him.
considering what you've just said, Kevin, I am going to call this one a draw.
Okay.
Draw.
I think I can force the draw, but he has he has a line of Saurus with skills, and I have a line of Chaos Warriors other than one that don't.
So yep.
That plays in his favor.
Yeah, it's the draw is not a sure thing, but I just have a feeling in my gut. And let's see, what is okay, Captain Ron calls this one for Quango.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
That's not a bad pick.
No, not you can't argue with that bet.
What I'm thinking is, in this game, I don't think you will score.
Well, me? No, I'm playing for the scoreless draw.
Yeah. No, that's not to say you're not going to go for a touchdown if you get the opportunity, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to score. So it's a matter of whether or not he can slip enough skinks past your line.
I think I'm picturing 1-1 as a tie.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and play Rob early this week, so we're going to find out.
Yeah, I want to find out.
I think 1-0 Quango.
All right. All right. Then we have the Delivery Boys against the Honey Boys. Yeah, I've got nothing. No notes on this one. But I will. Let's see. I'm just finding this. Ron's calling this one for himself. He's calling a Honey Boys victory.
I'm labeling this one just simply Battle of the Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a lot of boys out there.
I'm going to give the edge to the Honey Boys because Ron's got a team with skills to deal with agility teams.
Yeah. And
he
Ron
does
is
not.
Well,
he has 2 guys with tackle, but one is injured for his next game, so he only has the single tackle player.
I thought because I knew he had the 2. I didn't realize one was injured. That does change things.
That does.
I'm gonna call this one for Ron just because I know Ron has a lot of experience dealing with agility teams.
The other thing is, I do know Blair was earlier looking at the his next opponent, and he was looking at the abilities and studying up on what he needs to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna come down on the Honey Boys. Yeah, I'm gonna come down on the Honey Boys. I think Ron pull this one out.
I think it'll be a higher scoring game. I'm not sure which way it's going to go. I'm going to call it draw.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and so everyone's called this one. We can move on to.
What was your call for that one?
My call was Honey Boys. I didn't name a score, but maybe 2-1. I can't see the Delivery Boys being denied a 1 touchdown, so I'm thinking 2-1.
No. I think it'll be 2-2.
Yeah, we're going to be really hard to keep them scoreless. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got my Nightmare next. I've got my Wood Elves against the Ghosts Who Stare at Men. I do have a note from Ron to emphasize that his call for this one is me. And his note is that I'm to emphasize that they are still cowards. So one more whip mark on that dead horse, and it ain't smelling so good.
I'm going to. I know we're trying to make these quick. Go ahead, Peter. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's one more mark on it, and he's already pulling back his arm for another shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's coming.
Oh yeah.
Probably,
It's coming.
probably next week or just before game time or
It's-
during the game. Or,
Yep.
It's going to happen in the next 3 days. I can feel it.
Absolutely.
so this game, I feel that in the loss to Miles, that Nicholas had a breakthrough moment,
Really?
and he's going to do the right thing
Okay.
and fire Cartouche, thereby getting that extra TV back, and declare 2-for-1 hamburger day at the game.
That's right.
And
That's
therefore,
right.
you won't get as much. You won't have as many inducements because he doesn't need that Minotaur to win. That's the thing. Yes, I know I'm
Yeah.
hard on Minotaurs, but I haven't actually played regular Chaos. I just don't like them as Chaos Dwarves, as I discussed last week. But I've looked at Nicholas's team, and he doesn't need Cartouche at all on his team.
He does not.
I like.
Cartouche is great against lower strength teams because he's got tentacles and he can hold enemies in place. But he's such dead weight against strength teams.
I don't know.
Well,
I
sure, he
like
does have the
Minotaurs.
tentacle for the forests, so
He just goes down and stays down too easily.
yeah, I think that the luck turns back around a little for Nicholas, and I think he beats you, Dale. I'm sorry.
Well, a
You're
minute.
going to give him a hell of a game, but I think he beats you.
Okay, wait a minute. Do Minotaurs have to at any point have to make a 4+?
Yeah, if they're doing
Yeah.
anything but hitting.
Okay.
Anything but attacking.
Right. So getting up without hitting is why he's not
Yes.
getting up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the biggest weakness there.
And the thing is, if he gets up and hits, there's still the 1 in 6 chance that he
Yes.
wild animals and stays on the ground and eats the blitz.
That's right.
Yeah, and
It's
that is
terrible.
also why the tentacles on
You
him
know-
aren't as good as they are on other big guys, because he can't just run up and stand there. He has to run up and punch.
It just occurred to me, when he got doubles, tentacles was the wrong choice. He should have gotten jump up. Jump up on a Minotaur when you get doubles. Prevents that huge drawback of eating your blitz.
Well, that's true.
Or you just don't buy one and don't have to worry about babysitting him.
See, there you go. Kevin brings up
That's
his
true,
point
but
again.
you know, hindsight is 20/20. This game, I have no idea how it'll go because you're getting like 900k in inducements.
Oh God, that's right.
What does that even mean?
I forgot. About
I-
I forgot about the
That is
inducements.
true. That is true.
I could potentially steal all his rerolls.
I don't even know how to interpret that.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I'm not sure what to do about that. I feel like my guys are due for some injuries, and I think a few elves are going to be going down. So I'm calling this
I
one.
think-
I'm calling this one for the goats. I hope I'm wrong. I would like to at least tie.
Can
but
I just make a suggestion?
Go ahead.
Morg and Thorg.
No,
Okay.
no, I don't know who he is, but I think there's a star player tree man, and I want to see him.
Oh yeah.
Why not get both?
Well, that's theoretically true. You could get both. But
You can outstrength him with your elves if you get
I-
the right number of starved players.
I will say that, much like you credit me for, I'm never going to catch out of a game, Dale.
Right.
You have many ways to pull the victory, but I don't know. I think it's going to bounce Nicholas's way.
I can't picture the goats losing 2 in a row either.
Yeah. And I agree with
My-
you. I worry for the health of your elves.
My
Worried
thinking
for
is this game, depending on how the money is spent in the inducement phase, could go so many different ways. And I can't even begin to imagine what's going to happen in the first couple turns of that game because I don't know who's going to be there and how many players there will even be. So I'm going to call it just goats,
Okay, that's what I'm calling.
but I have no idea how this game will go. There's
But-
so many things that could happen.
Ron is calling me to take this one.
Because he will call whoever
Yes.
is Nicholas's opponent every week.
That's true.
We will
That's
we
right.
will find out if that's true when Nicholas plays the Leather Pharaohs.
You know exactly what he's
Yeah,
going to do
that's
because that'll be even more of a,
Yeah,
that'll be an even heavier punch into that
yeah,
dead
that's
horse.
right. It will be needling him big time. All right, so that's it. Then we one more here, and we've got Dirty Mike versus N Sabinor's minions. How you feeling with that, Coach?
Dirty Mike, Dirty Mike. I plan on crushing him. I think he still only has 1 blodging werewolf and not 2, so
Yeah, his team is not ready to guarantee a victory against Dirty Mike.
I feel like I can safely call it for myself without having to worry about those filthy werewolves getting up and
How much
doing terrible things.
how much inducement value are you giving him?
He is getting quite a bit, 900k or so.
Okay,
Let's
'cause
take a look. We can take a peek here while you guys are
Mark has
talking.
been buying that third werewolf. That's pretty freaking good.
Logan Blackclaw.
Yeah, that's him.
Yep, every week.
So,
Okay, he is at 1200. Okay, straight up. There's nobody injured coming back.
Oh, Black Tusk. No, that's his werewolf. What's the I don't even know what the
yeah, I can't remember. I just know I've seen him use him a few times.
Yeah, the star player is insane.
Ultimately, I'm giving the edge to you because I would be foolish not to. I think because you've got a really well developed underworld team. But I think Mark's going to keep it close.
Well,
I think it's going to be you're winning by one touchdown. That's what I'm going to call it.
Assuming these points,
you're winning by one.
Assuming these points are accurate, man, that's 760 inducement points for the minions.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's he does have some tools he can bring to the table.
I got 140k in the bank. Oh wait, no, I don't. That's right, I spent some of it. I'm not gonna have any inducements, so.
All right. Well,
I don't know how it's gonna go. Whose field is it at? It's the player on the left. It's their field, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Nothing special there then. I don't think he's spent anything on.
That's right. Which means I will be hosting the goats. So you know what I'm going to do here. I don't think I have anything yet. My team's still too young.
Yours and Ron's predictions.
For Dirty Mike, I'm going to call Dirty Mike. And Captain Ron calls Dirty Mike. And I should also specify, by the way, I told you Ron's coward comment, but he does have another comment on why he's okay, he has me, but then I didn't notice he has a second line where it says actually the goats to win. And his quote is, "They get puffed up brave when they think they can push around elves." So change that. His call was for the goats after all. I'm
leaving that in as a caveat because it's funnier the way it's written.
All right.
Just in brackets after saying Enchanted Forest will win. Actually, the goats win.
Because they get puffed up and brave when they think they can push around elves. Okay. Well, pithy comment there. So that's it. I am going to take this moment, since we're finishing up here. I will now confirm the round. And there we go. It's done, and day 3 is now live. So if you haven't got the notification on Discord, you guys, then yep, you can start playing. I'll probably actually I'm hoping to play the goats. I might even be able to play them tomorrow if he's around. He might be coming over. But if not, I think we can get that done on the weekend. So.
Well, fantastic. I'm gonna try and pin down Rob over the next few days.
All right. So everyone, keep us posted on when you're playing your games. Let's see if we can beat our record from yesterday.
Yep. And anyone who was at that game sees why that is so much fun. It was a blast to sit there and visit and watch.
Yeah, it was great fun, and I hope for more of that. So from me, Zim, and from one of you.
One of us.
One of us. The other of us.
That's me.
Oh, you guys are hopeless. All right. Well, from Peter and from Kevin, thanks for sitting through this, and we look forward to seeing you guys out on the pitch.
May Nuffle favor you all.
Have a great week 3, everyone. See you next time.